What it does show is in fact Elspeth's death. I have actually been torn if I wanted to show you this, because it's actually a really big spoiler for those who haven't read The Godsend, which is a novel where it all states how Elspeth are going to die. We don't see it on the cards, which I think it's really sad, because I think this way a lot more people would know this. But if you haven't read The Godsend or haven't watched the clip I just showed you, you actually don't know how Elspeth died. So I think this is important to issue. In the novel it reads that the Elspeth defeated Senegal, stabbed him with Godsend, and his body fell down to Theros, most probably being dead, which could mean that that he will be dead for good, as we won't see him in any new version if we should return to Theros. For the novel it again reads on that, but as the reward, Hela told her that no champion shall know more than her god, and because she knows and has seen places he does not know, he stabbed her with the sword spear that shattered afterwards. Ajani then takes her gravely wounded form back to Theros, and the last thing we read is Elspeth's darkening vision of as Erebos agents close to her, which is most likely the thing we saw in the clip I just showed you, where we see Ajani holds Elspeth in his arms. The cliffhanger we just saw in the video clip we saw in the beginning, it definitely seems like we're going to return to Theros in some years, which is going to be really awesome, I think. It still have a lot of questions, like how Elspeth will return, and if she does, it will be either a returned creature type or a planeswalker, and maybe that planeswalker will be both white and black. Duke, which is a writer for Magic and has written the story for Journey into Nyx and Theros in general, got asked if Elspeth is returned now, or what's happening with her, where Duke answered, the conclusion of the Journey into Nyx shows a mask with 2 gems similar to the shape of Elspeth's sword / Godsend weapon. So Elspeth's returned mask is indeed forged, but she isn't wearing it. Escaping the underworld as a returned, at the cost of her identity, is an option that may be open to her, but obviously it's not a very palatable one. Lore-wise, I really find this story from Theros really interesting, and I'm actually looking forward to return to Theros to find out what will happen to Elspeth, because I think it's really interesting to see if she will return as a planeswalker or returned in the end. So definitely going to be really awesome. That was all I wanted to show you with this Elspeth death, which I thought was important to talk about. Again, as I said before, I think it was too bad that we didn't get to see her death on the cards, where we only saw Senegal's death, because I think more people are playing the game than reading the novel, which seems like a stupid idea that not to include these kind of cards in the actual cards when you play Magic. But anyway, you can leave me a comment down below and tell me what you think of how Elspeth died and this story in general. Until next time, have fun, guys.